The inmates are running the fucking asylum tonight, boys. Hey,
Yeah.
the other two fuckheads are off doing like real life things. Like they have real things. Like we don't. So tonight we are going to talk about the upcoming King of the Ring and the Queen of the Ring. We all have our brackets done up so we can determine how we're going to win with picks. And we do have a fan pick too. My brother Chris has decided he's going to join us. So throughout this, we're going to reveal the picks that we already know. Raw has revealed their sides for the men's and the women's brackets. All right, we have 6 people's pick. Oh, yeah, well, shit is right. We have 6 people's picks to go through as we're talking about it. We figured we're going to do a pop-up show. This isn't going to be a recording for Spotify later. It's just us going to have a bit of fun, and we can talk about some, like, fun King of the Ring brackets and memories. First off, I'd like to introduce, I'm sad that you don't got the blue steel look, but here is legendary Deets himself, Brandon.
What's up, brothers?
And I'm pretty sure he's the only one, but I don't want to seem like I'm racist. So the second Italian person that I know is also here, Heavy G.
What's happening, gentlemen? Ready to talk to King of the Ring?
Yes, sir. Now I know. Heavy G, you said you got some work put in here. Now you got a slideshow done up.
Yepper. If I can share here. Let's proceed. I want to share.
Will you give your second to share? I already want to let everybody know, for the staff that we know and for Chris who's listening along and anybody else, there's already been an edit in the King of the Ring. Drew McIntyre is out.
Sorry.
Jey Uso is in. Anybody wants to change their picks to Jey Uso? They do edit their brackets. It's fine. We totally understand because he's gone out. I think everybody picked Drew. So I think
not everybody picked Drew. Not everybody picked Drew, but I did take Drew out. So in case we want to pick, people put pick and Jay won.
So everybody's getting Jay and everybody's getting a point.
Yep.
Thank God.
Is what that nonsense is.
So then everybody can just give me Jay. And then they can give me the J and whoever they picked. So I will share King and Queen of the Ring.
That's my attempt at a drum roll.
All right. Okay, as we saw this, we said it was Jey Uso versus Finn Balor. We all know that now it's Jey Uso winning. So we have Jey Uso going there. You guys can still hear me, correct?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. Now for the second round, the next round matchup is Kofi Kingston versus Rey Mysterio. Here are our 5 picks. We have Sleazy, Fat Man, and myself going Kofi Kingston. DT and Fat Man, Canadian Fat Man, they are going with Rey Mysterio.
Damn right.
I think this is I think all of these matchups are fantastic in the first round. I don't know about you guys.
I like it too. I also got my brother Chris's picks, so I don't think I got them sent to you.
No, but go ahead and you can tell us who he picked.
He changed it. He was smart enough. He sent them to me changed. So he already had Jay over Finn, so kudos to him.
Okay.
And he has Ray over Kofi.
So we're split 3-3
Smart
there.
man. Goes with the brains of the operation.
We're split 3-3 there. To me, I think the matchup of the first round. Next up, Ilya versus Ricochet. Right now, as a clean sweep, your brother took.
He took Ilya. I was going to say that, like, as much as I appreciate Ricochet, and he helped me win my draft championship the other night, rightfully, was he beating Dragunov?
No.
Unless they want to start actually making Ricochet memorable, with the exception of him kissing Sam Irvin whenever the chance he gets.
It's 1993. Give me a match comparable to this match in terms of you know who's going to win, but they're a newer name. And here's another name that kind of gets a little bit of a push, but they're definitely not winning. It's 1993. It's the first King of Ring on pay-per-view.
This would be like a Martel Michaels situation.
Oh.
Like that's from my because I'll be honest, I'm a Rick Martel mark.
Oh, yeah.
That Canadian, see, you gotta love that Canadian blood boy.
See a photo of him today.
It looks like he can still go.
Oh, we got Angry Drew on the TV now, boys.
And our last,
Chris, if they are, I will adjust and fix, and we'll make it work if that's what happens.
okay, and now for the last in the first round, we have the Ring General Gunther against Burger Joint with Sheamus.
I think this is your match. This is the match that's the match of round one.
Ooh, I don't know. Ilya and Ricochet could possibly be something wild.
So we're
Uh-oh.
3-2 here. And who do you have? Who's your brother have in this one?
Brother has Gunther over Sheamus. Well, I'll do it once for him. Walter.
Well, so 4-2 for Gunther. So not bad here. So that's who we have going into now. Canadian Fan Man, I do not have your women's picks.
No, I'm in the middle of doing them. So read out the women. I'll read mine and Chris's women's picks out as we go.
Okay. So for our first round, we have Zoe Stark versus Ivy Nile. Sleazy took Ivy Nile. The rest of us took Zoe Stark.
I myself took Zoe Stark as well as Chris took Zoe Stark. Nice time to just touch on this for a second. I know we're going to talk about the whole brackets and stuff, but first questions out of the gate before we reveal any of the picks. Selena Vega, A or B? Does she defend her title or not?
Not. Absolutely not.
Why? What? Like the scenario of MJF in the Dynamite Diamond ring. That's the MJF ring. You know what I mean?
No.
I know that.
But she's not. How would I put it this way? You could do a little bit more with something that's new. A Zoe Stark, maybe giving Shayna Baszler her just due. She finally took care of that whole Ronda situation. Finally give her something to sink her teeth in. I just think something different's coming.
Yep.
Instead of just, hey, let's stick the old Queen Selena Vega trope again for another 365 days.
Speaking of that matchup, Shayna versus Zelina. Fat Man, Hall of Famer Fat Man is the only one that took Zelina so far. Canadian Fat Man, who are you taking here?
That's his new Sasha Banks, see?
Ah. Who are you taking here?
Where's my picture? Chris got Shayna over Zelina, and I do believe, as far as I remember, to me, Shayna's winning the Raw side altogether. So if Shayna's name comes up, if not, no, Shayna goes to the finals. I'm on.
All right. So
As do I. I agree 1,000%.
All right. So that's that. Okay, let's get to the next round, which I think has the makings of being for the Queen of the Ring for the Raw side. Lyra Valkyria versus Asuka. Of course, Sleazy takes Asuka. The rest of us take Lyra. Canadian Fat Man, who are you taking?
What is this? Valkyria's first match? Oh,
Basically, yeah, this is her call up on the main roster first match. Asuka.
Can't lose.
It's obvious that Asuka's one of those. I'm trying to bring up Wikipedia at the same time because I think I got what I got. I'll deal with the rest of the picks later. But Asuka's one of those women in the Federation that she's done it all, boss. She's a Grand Slam champion. She's won the Elimination Chamber as far as I can remember. I mean, she might not have done that one, but she's won a Rumble. She's won a Money in the Bank. Like, this is the only thing left for her, and there's not many other women that could compete to say they've won everything. You're looking at Bayley, but she's not going to be in the tournament. She's a champion. As far as we know, like, somebody could get hurt. But I think it would be Asuka to be the front runner from the Raw side of things.
So you're picking Asuka.
Oh, absolutely. Asuka versus Seed. I like that, Chris. I do like where it goes, but I think that they're not going to turn all intents and purposes that group of people against each other since they already kicked Bailey out. If they're turning on anybody, it's going to be on Dakota Kai.
Well, then who? Then I guess you're taking Natalie here. Or
Natalie?
Natalia here.
Natalie.
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 Oh, again, I'll give him one because he's not here. Natasha.
Is that who you're taking?
No, I'm taking.
You're taking Io?
I'm bringing the picture up now. Ooh, we also. I know Al Barrett is going to want to join in as well. Both whole tournament, Al, on live messaging me. Ryan's picture. I sent the picture and I wrote the pics down, so I'm just trying to bring up mine, and it helps kill time a little bit, which is fucking great. No, I got Natty over Io Sky.
Okay.
I can't see it. I can't see that. No chance. No chance.
So we got Natty over Io
No
Sky.
way, Crazy Cat Lady over Io Sky. Especially Io Sky just coming off of a title defense. No way.
See, as we guess on how the second round goes and like how other people's are going to go too, you kind of got to look at the fact of Natty is a good name. Natty's an established name. So when you beat Natty in the finals, Natty and Charlotte for the NXT Women's title. Nobody else could have done that match right like what Natty did because she was an established name, putting somebody else over, and at no point will you watch a match. You can't honestly tell me at one point you're going to watch a match and be like, Natty's going to lose. Natty's one of those names that can possibly pull out a win at any time.
It's a fluff. Stereotypical women's jobber.
Fuck you. She can take half the men. Absolutely, she can take half the men. I believe that wholeheartedly.
You have CM Punk bitching it live, by the way. I don't like the way this Raw is started.
Punk on the mic is good. Listen, for anybody watching along, Punk on the mic is always a good time. I've shit on Punk a lot. I hated Punk when he left WWE. I thought he was a hypocrite. When he went to AEW, I gave my little premise. Punk is still great on the mic. It's still Punk. It's like Punk's good on the mic, like The Rock. I might not like The Rock sometimes. Rock's good on the mic. Those people, I respect it. It's just Punk looks physically better now because he has to look physically better now with WWE.
He doesn't have those damn bags under his eyes like he had before.
He still got bags under his eyes. It just
he got old man bags. He doesn't got overly tired bags anymore.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, when he was like before, he looked sickly. I mean, before.
So I know you got your slideshow done. So I'm assuming you got second round picks from everybody's to see where the differences
I have
are.
everybody else's. Yeah, everybody else has done them. Basically, what I did was I just put everybody the second round. I took away the Jey Uso pick. I have basically.
If they had Drew, it's Jay.
I said, hey, just switch Jay for Drew.
I just took him off for now. For next week's show, we'll probably have it.
Yeah, for everybody that's included, that's watching along as we talk about, like, I'm going to give it a couple of minutes before we talk about the second round and just go through some old King of the Ring stuff and try to come up with some King of the Ring trivia as we're talking and doing things.
Well, we can actually finish the men's off tomorrow when everybody can say, okay, Jay's in. And then
we can touch back on men, absolutely, yeah, because then we'll have some more points for tomorrow as well.
Right.
So hold on there now. First things first, just from looking around before we get in the second round, I'll do a couple of trivia questions. Who are the three women that appeared in last time in the Queen of the Ring tournament? There are three women repeating in the King currently. There are three women repeating that were in the Queen of the Ring last year. Could be more now. Come SmackDown.
Is Natalia one of them?
So,
Natalia was one.
Zelina Vega.
Zelina Vega, because she won the fucking thing. Yeah. And there's one other woman that was in last year or last time that's in this one.
Shayna Baszler?
Ding, ding, ding. Zelina
Yeah.
Vega beat Toni Storm, Carmella, and Doudrop in the finals. Natalia lost to
Natasha.
Doudrop. Shayna beat Dana Brooke, but then Shayna lost to Doudrop. What was the longest match of the women's tournament?
It can't be over 10. Like, I'll. You just straight minutes or minutes and seconds?
Yeah, if you give me, I'll give you over under on one. So if it's like 4 minutes and 15, 4 to 5. You know what I mean?
I would go
The longest match.
7.
I'm
The
gonna
answer.
go.
Got to get the gimmicks in.
I'm gonna go 6 minutes and 30 seconds.
Closer. 5 minutes and 55 seconds was the finale between Zelina Vega and Doudrop.
Jesus.
Only
Hey,
WWF
it's special,
appearance. Well, now I'm going to leave out the name of the person. You can tell me if you can name the person when I'm done the question. Only WWF appearance for blank, played by Chris Candido's friend, Hanson Jimmy Shoulders, as a parody of Candido's girlfriend and former manager, Sunny. Name that parody character.
I couldn't even tell you.
Was it? It wasn't Zip of the Body Donnas, was it?
The character's name was Cloudy. Because Sunny, Cloudy, come on.
I don't even remember that.
It was a giant dude, clearly in a blonde wig. Like, come on. Let's see what else we can find for it. So while I'm looking up some more stuff, will you give me? Oh, perfect. Kurt Angle was the first reigning king in 13 years to do what?
Repeat.
Specifically, what do you mean by repeat?
Winning back to back.
No, winning 2 times.
Ring 2 times.
He won twice.
You're in the right ballpark, but you're wrong. He's the first person that went to the finals back to back. He didn't win the second time. Yeah, come on. Give me some good stuff here.
Okay.
Some of these are easy. Okay. Bret Hart won the King of the Ring tournament in 93. Whom did he beat in the finals? There are multiple choice answers to some of these. So do you want the multiple choice answers or do you just want to guess from your brain?
There's 2 that immediately came to mind.
Yeah, so was I, but
A versus B. Say both of them.
So I immediately went Davy Boy.
I immediately went Owen Hart.
And then I went, I don't know why, but Shamrock popped in my head.
Shamrock was my second one.
Shamrock was the winner of the 1998 King of the Ring.
Ooh, Razor.
Bret Hart beat
Psychiatrist.
Scott Hall, Mr. Perfect, and then Bam Bam Bigelow in the finals to win the
I
93.
was just gonna say
Fuck.
Bam Bam. Damn it.
And one of you have already said this name. Who won the 94 King of the Ring?
Owen.
No, that's Davy Boy.
No, sir. For future questions, Davey Boy Smith, I don't think ever sniffed the finals of the King of the Ring, let
I
alone.
thought he won King of the Ring.
No, not at all.
Was
He
it
win a
Owen?
belt and he'd lose it to Michaels. Remember, it happened all the time.
Son of a bitch.
Razor's story is funny because Razor was supposed to be in the 1995 King of the Ring, but he got injured storyline wise. Who replaced him on the pre-show and fought the entire tour, fought 4 matches that night, and lost to Mabel in the finals.
Is this the kid? 1, 2, 3 kid?
1, 2, 3 Kids run was in 94. I actually like this list. This is a cool
I'm
little.
trying to think if Mabel was a face back then or a heel.
Mabel, I'll give you the hint. Mabel was a heel back then. He ended up main eventing SummerSlam against Kevin Nash for the world title, and it was abysmal.
Why do I want to think it's the Patriot? Del Wilkes.
I don't think it's the Patriot.
I will give you the list of 4 names that popped up.
Go ahead.
Shawn Michaels, the 1, 2, 3 Kid, The Undertaker, or Savio Vega.
I remember Savio had a run in one of these fucking tournaments.
It has to be Savio.
It is Savio Vega, yeah.
It has to be
Okay,
Savio.
That's what I thought. I remember Savio had a run. I just couldn't remember.
Because, WWF in 95 and their mid-card being what it was, the King of the Ring tournament in 1995, Razor Ramon beat Jacob Blue in the first round, but then was injured. Savio Vega went on to wrestle Yoko's 3 matches that night. He went on to wrestle, I do apologize, it's 4. He wrestled Ernar Schuster in a wild card match on the pre-show. Then he wrestled Yokozuna, then the Roadie, and then Mabel. 4 times in one night. Ridiculous. Shout out Macho Man Mania 4.
Yes.
1996, Steve Austin won the King of the Ring. Triple H was supposed to.
Correct.
Of these 4 people, who did Steve Austin not face in the tournament? Vader, Mark Merrow, Savio Vega, or Jake Roberts?
Say this again. Vader.
Vader, Mark Merrow, Savio Vega, or Jake Roberts?
Vader, because he went.
Yeah, he beat Jake in the finals.
He beat Jake in the finals. Beat Merrow in the semis. Beat Savio in round 1. Beat Merrow in round 2. Went to the hospital. Came back and beat Jake round 3.
Vader is the correct answer. Correct. Shut up. Simple answer. Who won the 97 King of the Ring?
Right.
Nobody.
Sorry, I'm watching Raw.
Yeah. On the side, look, we're going to get some more pick updates. Who won the 97 King of the Ring?
No one.
You say no one?
97 King of the Ring.
This would be. Oh, I have no idea. It's Edge.
97, incorrect.
No, 97. That's way too early.
That would be.
Again, a name that's already been said.
Would this time be Owen?
No, Owen won 94. This guy should have won, and there you go. Christopher
Oh,
Williams.
I forgot Triple H won the damn thing. Good Lord, I can't talk.
This was a foolish question in the quiz, but I'm going to ask it anyways. Stone Cold became the only person in WWE history to become the King of the Ring twice in 1998 King of the Ring. True or false? Did Stone Cold win 2 King of the Rings?
False.
Yeah, false. He only won 1.
Which of the following D-Generation X members did not enter the King of the Ring in 1999? Triple H, X-Pac, Road Dogg, or Billy Gunn?
I think this is the Billy Gunn trick question. That's what I'm going to go with.
I think it's X-Pac.
Both of you are wrong. And Christopher's wrong too.
It's Road Dogg.
The 1999 semifinals was Billy Gunn versus Kane and Road Dogg versus X-Pac.
Oh, it was Triple H.
Triple H was in, I do believe, the world title match. No, Triple H. Where was Triple H? That is strange. Weird. I wonder why he wasn't on the card that night. That's something to look up to for later.
Was this
Who won the 2000 King of the Ring?
Could this be the leg injury? Or am I thinking too
Possibly. Possibly, because he was out. That's fair. Who won the 2000 King of the Ring?
Choice. Was it King Booker?
King Booker was 2006. Now the
No,
quiz,
that was 2006.
this quiz
old.
specifically ends after 2002. So I'm going to look up for more different ones, see what I can find, or funny little quippets. The 2000 King of the Ring, the Wiener. That was the year 2000 was. It was Team Wreck was the final four. Anybody remember who Team Wreck were?
Team Wreck. Wasn't that
Come on,
Test?
you know this.
was this Test?
Did you say a test? This is a test. You should know this.
Well, no, Test. Like Test.
Hey,
This is Test.
Okay, first off, there's no T in the word wreck. R-E-C-K.
Oh, Wreck. I'm sorry.
So
That was the name. That was the name of the stable of these four people that were connected. And they just so happened to be the final four of the King of the Ring 2000. It was amazing.
I can't remember this.
Well, you know the K because we know Kurt Angle went back to back in the finals, but he didn't win this year. So who would R, E, and C be? Test A Train. Get out of here.
Rikishi?
Edge?
Edge is E. Edge won that year. Who was R and who was C?
C.
Christian. No. Oh, it's got to be Eddie Guerrero.
Christian is C. I figured the hard one here would be R.
Too early for Randy. I have no idea.
I'll say it this way just to say I think it'll be funny. If he hit you with a spear, you lost. If he hit you with a gore, you never kicked out.
Rhino?
Rhino. Fuck.
Wow.
Rhino said that on an interview, and I thought it was fucking funny as shit.
Correct. I that was well, he was on. I can't remember what podcast that was. Fuck.
Another side note about that for the Kurt Angle one in the 2001 specifically, all the final four were heels that year. Edge and Christian, even though they were doing the cool stoner gimmick, were technically all heels that year.
Wow.
I missed 5-second photography.
Specifically, this one asked about who somebody's opponent was, but I'm just kind of going to go through and bring it up this way. This is the year Steve Austin decided he was taking his ball and going home. We know that it was Brock Lesnar that he was taking his ball and going home for because he thought that was the money match and it shouldn't have been given away on free TV. Can you name me how many of the people can you name me that Brock Lesnar beat? There's 4 names on his run to win the King of the Ring in 2002. You'll each get 5 guesses, or 3 strikes and you're out. But can you guess any of the 4 people that he beat on his run?
Oh, dear God almighty.
I don't know why, but Bob Holly comes to name.
Okay, you can do your hims and haws and guesses. I want official answer is. Let's play it.
So
Chris,
we're dozening it. We're playing the dozen.
Yeah, because I got abuse power here now, so I'm gonna have fun. Christopher, he won a title shot actually against The Rock for SummerSlam that year. Okay, DT, do we have an answer?
I'm going to say Hardcore Holly for some reason because it's stuck in my head.
Hardcore Holly was in the King of the Ring tournament, won his first round match, but did not meet Brock Lesnar anywhere during the tournament.
2002. Didn't he beat Rob Van Dam in the final?
Okay, I have an official answer out of Deets. Heavy G, give me an official answer. Guess it.
Rob Van Dam.
Correct. Rob Van Dam was actually the finals that he did beat him in. Match went 5 minutes and 36 seconds. I remember watching it live at a Don Cherry's here in St. John's, Newfoundland.
Don
Before they-
Cherry. Love
You know,
that.
right? It's
Love
called
that.
the Big now, but it was like Don Cherry's was the way to go, right?
Yep.
I will eliminate some names as I'll tell you the path Rob Van Dam took to the finals. He was in his Raw side because they broke it up. Raw, SmackDown, Raw for the brackets. Rob Van Dam defeated Eddie Guerrero, X-Pac in his Raw division. Then he faced Chris Jericho from the SmackDown side in the semifinals. Lost to Lesnar in the finals. Deets, you have a strike. We have 3 names left. Give me somebody from the mid-card in WWE 2002 that Brock Lesnar beat in the King of the Ring.
Rey Mysterio. Yeah.
Uh-oh, we lost him.
Oh no, did he fall?
Nope, there
No,
he
I'm back. Canadian internet's sketchy sometimes. Rey
Canadian.
Mysterio.
I don't think Rey's it. Uh-oh. We're down again. We're down again.
It's all that vulcanized rubber.
They gotta burn more wood.
Yeah.
We need more wood, damn you. Stoke the flyer.
The moose knocked it loose.
Light me cigarette. No, I got that moose taken care of. He's fine.
All right.
Okay,
Well,
do we have a second guess out of either one of you?
Well, he said, who did you
Rey
say, DC?
Mysterio.
No, but it's wrong.
We gotta hide the chat because your
Hey,
brother
listen.
Damson-
Yes, that is fair of hiding the chat. Yeah, no, I get that. If we're quick about it, hold on. Let me see what I can do.
Dude, I can't even remember that.
Fuck hiding the chat.
why do I think his first match?
Was supposed to be Austin, but it got changed.
And it was stupid. Wasn't it like Bubba Ray? I'm gonna say Bubba Ray Dudley. Was it one of the? Was it Bubba Ray Dudley?
Point Heavy G. First round opponent.
I remember it was something stupid. Now, after this, I'm gonna be totally guessing.
Deets, I'm going to give you a chance to at least catch up.
Yeah.
You get to say 2 names. If either one of them are right. But there's 2 names left. One was on pay-per-view, one was on TV. Mid-card 2002. To guess Rey Mysterio as an example, Rey Mysterio hadn't debuted when the King of the Ring started.
Yep. And that's as soon as I said it fucked me up. But Benoit was around.
That's a good guess.
That's my guess.
Benoit was not in the tournament.
Fuck. I hate life. By the way, that whole natty thing totally didn't work, guys.
Okay.
That was a banger of a match, though.
Wow. As we update the women, Baszler, Veg. Oh yeah, they changed the brackets on us.
Oh, they did.
So we will update our said brackets because we're gonna have to do it with everybody.
All right.
Right? Which is fine. Like we'll slowly look at it and change it. We'll have an update tomorrow. Anyways, we're still gonna shoot shit about King of the Ring. Chris actually fine, I'll put it this way. Chris spoiled one of the names. It was Test in the semifinals that Brock Lesnar faced.
Oh, I was gonna mention you. Thanks,
I
Chris.
thought they
you
never fuck
jerk off. That was the one I had, and I got to think of the other one.
Okay, so I'm going to go rapid questions here now, and it's going to be a short list. Deets, I'll start with you. The other person that Brock Lesnar beat is a former King of the Ring winner. Go.
Angle?
Incorrect. Heavy G.
Booker T.
Fucking ding, buddy.
Oh yeah!
I'm terrible tonight.
I'm telling you, man, it's that Wrestling Jeopardy, man.
Dude, I'd shout them out again. If anybody
Oh,
is
dude.
listening, they are excellent.
Yeah.
I watched like 2 episodes. I was good. The one episode I watched, I was really good at. It was like the 4th episode,
Mhm.
and then I did the WrestleMania one and completely fucking bombed it.
Oh yeah, wrestling. If you get to see it, man, Wrestling Jeopardy, unbelievable. Yeah, put that in the chat, man, because I'll tell you what, man, it is definitely. I'm impressed with that I did that. Ooh, nice. Yeah, we'll have an update on the with that. It'll give me a chance to work on it tomorrow and get it prim and proper.
Let's see. I'm bringing up now some different King of the Ring so I can just ask some different things. King of the Ring winner questions. King of the Ring trivia hard. Yeah, and I'll say Wrestling Jeopardy got me hooked on that stuff too, which I love.
Yeah.
Assortment questions. Haha. Another one that gives me random questions to ask that I can double check. Who lost the first match at the very first King of the Ring quarterfinals in 1993? What match opened the pay-per-view and who was the loser? Like, who lost that match, basically?
I can't even remember the first one.
The answers are Mr. Hughes, Bret Hart, Mr. Perfect, Razor Ramon.
It has to be Mr. Hughes.
Razor
I'm gonna
Ramon,
go
because
Perfect.
he opened. Razor
Wow.
opened with Bret.
Dragunov time, and they just had a nice
Ooh.
little. They just had a nice little package of them for him too. My kid is absolutely obsessed with this guy.
Dragunov.
I love Dragunov. Oh,
Because she plays viola and cello,
mhm.
and the
Oh,
death
yeah.
wall. She's
Oh,
like, I
yeah.
could play this.
I'm surprised she didn't like Nakamura.
No, well, sort of, kind of, yes.
But no, he's become my favorite wrestler right now.
Ooh.
No,
I have, for anybody following along and stuff like that, I have the updated Raw and SmackDown brackets for how they're supposed to break down. If you want to edit your picks, we can all get them edited together, but it's something we can talk about as another King of the Ring match is happening. Gunther and Sheamus, the winner fights Kofi versus Ray.
Yeah, they did change that.
Yeah, they did.
Right off the bat.
Ricochet looks like a goddamn leprechaun.
Because he's literally like, it's good that he does the flippy dippy shit all the same, but like he's in the land of giants, basically in the WWE like that. So
I have a question. I saw that what's this speed championship that he won?
So it's X's. Essentially, WWE and X came to an agreement to have their own matches strictly for X. And in turn, it's a 3-minute match specifically on the X platform.
Oh,
So
okay.
apparently Pete Dunne has done a lot of he's the brainchild behind all of it, I believe. And he has directed all the matches, apparently. Minus the finals is from what I was told. But yeah, I like it. So I watched the first 2 matches, but have not watched the finals yet.
So
Turnabout looks disgusting
So
though.
basically, it's a spot fest. 3 minutes.
Oh God, yeah. It's your typical 5-minute Young Bucks. Hey, look at me! I can do this, and I can do it well. And
Yeah. Okay.
rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat.
you what?
Did you just
We're talking
Talk
about speed title for on X. That literally sounds like a drug that you might have taken or like once in your life. But alas,
Okay, I'm backing off the listen, so I'm going to try to do something here. Where is it to? just to see if he can or not. No, that would be mine. That would be mine. Where's the other link?
Now, on other wrestling news, Jerry the King Lawler has I don't know if WWE released him or if he's let go or what, but evidently he is still struggling a little bit with his since his stroke, I guess.
His health's been going for a while, and it's been downgrading, and it's just like the life he lived, and he like all of that kind of stuff.
Well, he basically didn't smoke or drink or anything like that, but I think the stroke did more.
He might not have smoked and drank, but he had a love for women and young women, and they needs fucking.
Yeah.
I do. Everybody that's listening along on our little inmates running the asylum, I do appreciate it.
So listen, I've got to run, boys. Big fella needs to go handle some things, aka my asshole of a dog.
Listen, jump back on. We're going to be here anyways. I'm here. We're shooting shit about the King of the Ring as we're fucking around with our brackets and
I
just
might be back.
All right.
having a grand chat for a little bit.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
betcha.
I might be back.
Yeah, boy.
Be the poutine and the pasta.
Blue team and the pasta.
Poutine and the pasta.
Hello, Sherry. Okay, so I don't know about yourself. I'm currently trying to do the updation on picks that we have and stuff like that.
No, I'm just gonna do mine. It's for doing it with the in the PowerPoint. It's gonna just take way too long.
Oh yeah, I know, and that's why myself I'm doing it under like Word document. It's just this person first round picks, second round picks, and trying to get us a little semblance. So the plan is for people still listening and playing along and all of that. What we're going to do, well, Chris, if it doesn't work, I don't know what else to tell ya. That's the only other link I really got to try to send. Actually, no, Heavy G, you got a share link?
I have a share link, I think,
Send it to me.
for all the.
Just to see, we'll have a fan jump on this rare occasions. Inmates are running the asylum. Why the fuck not?
The share screen or share.
The podcast, so we see if we can get the fan on.
Oh, I don't think I have that. No, I don't have that because I didn't sign in.
Well, I messaged the boys anyways. We're working on it, Chris, just to kind of go with it. We bring up the men's picks. Here we go.
Now, I'm going to ask you a question, Fatman. Do you prefer them stretching this out over week? I'd like to see it go back to the one night.
You think about that, though. You got to separate. You got to do 2 separate nights for that, then. The men and cool enough that they can each have their own pay-per-view, per se, the men and the women. But, like, just alone, there's 16 people on either side. There's 8 matches. There's 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 15 matches per tournament. You're going to put 30 matches on a pay-per-view? You know what I mean? Like, just the... I don't mind...
It's not 30 matches.
The men's bracket is 16 participants, which is 8 first-round matches.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the second round is 4, the third round is 2, and the fourth round is
4.
1.
Yeah,
That's just the men. So as we look at this now, and the women's brackets, just to give everybody a taste of how the women's brackets actually broke down. Shayna Baszler and Zelina Vega, the winner of that actually fights Io Sky and Natalia.
Now, see, they should have had it the way it was because you had a storyline with Zoe and Shayna. I mean, you could have had Gunther and Ilya. I mean,
that is also a change that we didn't notice for all these people playing along. For all of us that we're going to have to change throughout. Asuka's not in the King of the Ring.
in the Queen of the Ring, she isn't.
Nope. Dakota Kai is.
Ooh. The best laid plans of mice and men.
Right? So now we get to have a bit more fun since we've put everybody on the spot and telling them about this. Then that means everybody has to change their picks and adjust it.
Yes. So you will
God
get
love.
take it. We will get first round points for the winner
All the
of
matches, I'm going to keep track of all the first round matches right now. Being that for anybody that changes, we got enough time for the Asuka thing to change because there is some people that picked Asuka, I do believe, from everybody.
I think there's only one person that picked Oscar. That was
I
Sleazy.
did. I had Asuka
Oh, you
winning
had
the
Asuka.
whole. Yeah, I had Asuka winning the whole Raw women's side. So like,
No.
gotta hydrate. I think that changes everything. Like that for me alone, and when I get everybody else's picks, like for me alone though, that changes so much because you don't have them like. Just as the difference on the example, we thought Jay versus Finn or Drew versus Finn was fighting Ray and Kofi. That's Gunther and Kofi or Gunther and Sheamus and Ray and Kofi. That changes basically your whole dynamic.
Oh yeah. To me, I mean, Sheamus, whoever wins that match is gonna run through Sheamus. I mean, whoever wins that match is gonna run through Kofi. But boy,
So
Ilya versus Jay.
with our updated brackets, I'm just sending off to everybody. Chris. Heavy G, you're a man that is older and you've seen a lot of wrestling, so you've been around basically for all the King of the Rings.
Yes.
If you like that. To you, what is your favorite King of the Ring? Like
it would have to be when Stone Cold won it. That to me was my favorite because I mean with the Austin 316 at the end and that just catapulting that plus like I said having the 3 matches in the one night, that kind of a thing to do. But the year that he won it was a big thing for me. The night another night when Bret Hart won it.
to me, it's funny enough to say which time. Now, when 93 comes down, when we talk about again, I'm almost 40. So like that was my heyday of a kid and 93 WWE. That was all about being like your kids, and that's who you wanted to kind of look at. So I enjoy the fact that Bret was the first King of the Ring to me. Finding out later about the other ones, it was cool, like and stuff like that. But Canadian wise, Bret still being the only 2-time King of the Ring winner gives me a Canadian sense of pride.
Mm-hmm.
I personally liked that 93 one. And then 94 got to back it up with another Canadian winning it. Like hindsight looking back of moments that like Canadian people weren't really pushed much in big moments outside of Bret Hart, really.
No. You're right.
I also did like the 2001 King of the Ring because of Edge walking around with the Stanley Cup, basically, versus King of the Ring trophy.
Yeah. I mean, I like the fact that they're doing King of the Ring, or Queen of the Ring, I should say.
It's a long time coming. It could have happened years ago, but like, fine. I guess, and great that the progression is finally there instead of like just it should have been in the back and looking at it that way nonsense. It's nice that it's done. You know what I mean?
You didn't have the talent back then that you do now.
You throw that back. Let me see if I can. I love this when we can Google search stuff.
I mean, okay, you have Trish, Lita, China.
2002, China's gone.
All right.
Here we go. The SmackDownHotel.com. God love them. And this is by the roster year of 2002.
All right.
The women on the roster at that time, and I'll read out all for this year, would have been Dawn Marie, Deborah, Fabulous Moolah, and Ivory, Jackie Gayden, Jacqueline Jazz, Lillian Garcia, Linda McMahon, Linda Miles, Lita, Molly Holly, Nydia, The Undertaker's ex-wife Sarah, Victoria, Trish Stratus, Tori Wilson, Terry Runnels, Stephanie McMahon, Sharmell. I would probably say let's pick a different year.
Well, yeah, I was just saying, you pick a different year. Let's go down one by one to see if you would actually put them in a Queen of the Ring.
Pick 2003.
All right. We got to pick 8.
So I'll read out all the names. We'll see how many get a yes or no to justify the year. Dawn Marie.
No.
Fabulous Moolah.
No.
Gail Kim.
You. At that point,
Logistically speaking, new name. So like outside of the blatant no's, let's look at this objectively. You're going to fill out an 8-woman tournament. She would be one of your 8, logically thinking.
yeah,
Ivory.
you'd have to. Yes.
Once you see the rest of these names, I think there's more. I think you have 8. So you got Gail Kim and Ivory. We got Jacqueline.
Borderline.
And then we got Jazz. Lita.
Lita's a definite in. So there's that.
Miss Jackie's on a maybe because she was probably still not wrestling, but Molly Holly, absolutely.
There, huh? Yep, I agree there.
Nydia just won Tough Enough on the training. Could have put her in a first round squash against like a Jazz or Jacqueline.
Hey.
We follow up. We have Victoria and Trish Stratus.
Oh, definite for both.
So we're definitely at least 8 names. We like Shaniqua, Stacy Keibler, Terry, and Sable are there, but there's at least 8 names.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
The quality you'd have now, but you'd have 8 names.
2004 is basically around the same names, but I don't think there's enough logistically. There's too many dark horses.
Okay.
Close Smiths. 2005 as an example gives us names like Victoria, Trish, Mickey James, Melina, Lita, and then we run into Ashley Mazzaro, Candice Michelle, Maria, Sharmell, Stacy Keibler. It is an iffy year, I'd call it, as much as like talent-wise it is. It probably would be an iffy year. Let's see here. 2006, on the other hand, we have some ECW sprinkled in here, but you're looking at
yeah, exactly.
Not enough that it wouldn't be looked at as a joke sometimes. Like, I think it's more lower mid-carder names there because you've lost a couple. We look at 2007 and the women. When there's 16 women on the roster, and Linda McMahon is named as one of them.
No.
But in this year, 2007, you see a new name added that I haven't seen in the past couple, which was Beth Phoenix.
Okay.
So you're looking at runs there now. I don't want to skip over a year just because if I skip over here, if we miss on somebody, you know what I mean?
Yep.
We bring up 2008. Let's see here. A huge roster in 2008. We're looking at Victoria.
Okay.
Tiffany, I do believe, was dabbling there, so that's our iffy name. Alicia Fox, which was on her start, iffy, but I'll accept it. Beth Phoenix, both Bella twins, Eve Torres, however you pronounce it. Mae Young is listed on the roster for 2008. I'm all about Mae Young getting in the Queen.
I'll tell you what, yes, definitely.
Natalia's first year popping up. We also got Mickey James, Melina, Michelle McCool, Kelly was on a rise. Layla was doing pretty good. Maria started to pick up. Rosa Mendez is there. Like, I would thumbs up to a 2008 year.
Yes.
I also enjoy the fact that we can talk about this. I don't really want to. We can dabble over winners later if we like. We can make up fake King of the Rings for those or Queen of the
Yeah.
Rings, right? But it's just looking at names. 2009, sure. Victoria's there. Both Bellas, Natalia, Michelle McCool. Basically the same roster as 2008. Nobody new looked to be added, so you're still having your 8 kind of. You'll have a selection of 8 women that will actually do good for you.
Right.
2010. Let's bring it up by the women. Oh, as we're watching, as for anyone watching around live, there's a H-bomb right to Ricochet's face. Ilya Dragunov with the Uno and the Dos. Dragunov moves on as well. 2010, Gail Kim makes her return to the women's roster with both Bella twins, it looks like. Tamina's first time popping up. So we have, as a run, Alicia Fox, Beth Phoenix, both Bellas, Eve Torres, Gail Kim, Caitlin's here, Kelly, Karma, Layla, Maurice, Melina, Michelle McCool, Natalia. Like, that's a pretty stacked.
Yeah, from 2008 on, I think you could have done it.
If you used all those women, you could have justified a 16-woman tournament in 2010.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Same names, basically, for 2011. We got a Maxine added on. We have AJ added on. Oksana.
Oh,
A couple of
my
names are
gosh.
gone, but oh, look. Eden Styles. Can you tell me who Eden Styles was? Because it wasn't a worker. It was a ring announcer. She has a different last name now. She has a different first name than what this one is. But can you tell me who the ring announcer Eden Styles was?
Is it, what, is it, not Samantha Irvin, is it?
Who?
Not Samantha Irvin, is it?
Nope. Brandy Rhodes.
Brandy Rhodes.
2012, you'd get an 8-woman. We see additions like Sasha Banks, Naomi, Paige,
Wow.
Emma, Cameron, Naomi. Like again, that's pretty good added on there for those, so you get it. So I do get like I feel like as we're going to keep going on looking at the rosters, I'm going to do it just to give it the completionist in me, anyways, to want to do it. But it looks to be like you're right. Everything from 2008 on, you could have had yourself a Queen of the Ring. Could have had decent winners. You might have seen more multiple winners in Queen of the Ring, I believe, than what we've seen in the men.
Yep. Okay.
2013. I'm going to read off. We got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 28, 29, 30. There's 32 names listed as women that were on the roster in 2013.
Okay, let's go through this one.
AJ Lee, Oksana, Alexa Bliss, Alicia Fox, Bailey, Becky Lynch, Brie Bella, Cameron, Charlotte Flair, Devin Taylor, Eden Styles, Emma, Eva Marie, JoJo, Caitlin, Kendall Scar, Lana, Layla, Lillian Garcia, Naomi, Natalia, Nikki Bella, Paige, Raquel Diaz, Renee Young, Rosa Mendez, Sasha Banks, Stephanie McMahon, Summer Rae, Tamina, Victoria Lane, and Vicky Guerrero.
Wow. Good luck picking 8 or 16 out of that. If you had to do an 8-person, good luck.
8-person there. So 8-person there, though, you kind of got to look at it. It's 8-person. You're looking at a lot of those names, Charlotte's and your Bailey's, your Becky's. Like they're brand new there. 2015, they all kind of got up, and even in 2014, all those names are there. Again, when I look at it, Carmella gets added on. Blue Pants, she's in AEW now. Leva Bates. Anybody else big? Not really, but at that point, like it's not really that. You're just fluffing, to use a funny term now, talking about the women's wrestling. That's what you're doing. You're fluffing the women's roster now. Anything after 2014.
Yeah.
Asuka joins in 2015. Nia Jax joins in 2015. Peyton Royce joins in 2015. Billie Kay joins in 2015. Liv Morgan joins in 2015. So I don't need to completionist the rest of this because everything from here on we absolutely know is going to be
dynamic,
fantastic that way, right?
I mean, you look at the Queen of the Ring right now. Think of the names. I mean, the Queen of the Ring. We have, let's see, we have Raya Valkyria. We have Io Sky, Asuka, Natalia, Shayna Baszler. Who am I missing? That's 5. Who am I missing?
I gotta bring it back. I'm in the middle of editing shit
Okay.
for our King of the Ring stuff too, right?
It's Natalia versus Io Sky. It's Oscar's out. Who's Oscar replaced by?
Dakota Kai.
It was Dakota Kai versus Kyra, right?
Yes.
It was Ivy Nile versus Zoe Stark. And it was Shayna Baszler versus Zelina Vega. Okay. So those are the 8 names that we talked about. We haven't said anything about, and Grant injured, but we haven't said anything about Bayley. Haven't said anything about Becky Lynch. Haven't said anything about Rhea Ripley. Haven't said anything about Nia Jax. Tiffany Stratton. We had Charlotte Flair, Liv Morgan. There are so many women that we haven't even touched the surface yet. Alexa Bliss, if she comes back. Cripes. There's just so many women.
The roster now, and it's nice to see how it's like changed and evolved. The roster now is amazing for that stuff. When you think about it as a whole.
Yes. And it's wonderful to see. And before, I wish we could get women's matches that are 20, 22 minutes long.
Yes, no, but like some of the men's matches are like that too. When you like look at it that way, as much as it is to say.
Yeah, I guess me being 50, almost 51 years old, I miss the days of like the 2 out of 3 falls. Like if you had to pick your all-time favorite singles match, all-time, what would it be? A match that you could sit and you could watch, like if someone said you have to sit and you had to watch one match over and over and over and over and over again for a 10-hour period on repeat, what would it be?
Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 25. I think that is the greatest match I've ever seen.
Let's see. Mine, Chi-Town Rumble 85, 2 out of 3 falls, Ric Flair versus Ricky Steamboat.
That one to me more so is an absolute like the age range, I guess. Like,
yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. To me, I would The Undertaker, Shawn, to me, it's in my top 3. It's probably number 2. If I had to pick three matches to watch back to back to back, it would be Flair Steamboat, Undertaker, Shawn, Original War Games.
If I was to pick any other 2 matches, they had to be one-on-ones.
They don't have to be one-on-one. The first one, okay, they don't have to be one-on-one. Your top 3 matches.
Taker Triple H, or Taker Michaels Mania 29. AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, and Christopher Daniels, the 3-way they had an Unbreakable that main evented the pay-per-view. I think that is one of the best 3-way matches I've ever seen in my entire life. And I think, honestly, the 2001 Rumble.
I can see that.
I love Rumble. I love Rumble time. I love the excitement. I just love the countdown and all that shit. And that was so riddled with story.
Oh, yeah. See, I don't see. To me, right now, the WWE when they do War Games is such an injustice to War Games. I hate it. I hate it. To people jumping in from the top and weapons and stuff. No, I mean, I can still, I mean, I've watched it so many times. It's Arn, Dusty, coin flip, Four Horsemen, Tully comes in, and then my favorite part of that is when Animal comes in. Animal comes in, elbows Tully, elbows Arn, throws Tully over both sets of ropes into the other ring, clotheslines Arn, and then takes Tully, basically has Tully like grabs him like almost by the back of the legs and starts going like this and throwing him head first into the cage. Unbelievable.
What are you going to do at that point, right?
Oh, and of course it doesn't start until it's 5-on-5. Flair comes in, Nikita comes in, and this is when Luger comes in. They spike pile drive Nikita, hurt his neck. So during the whole Great American Bash 21-day tour thing, because then Luger takes the U.S. title off of Nikita. Then Hawk comes in. JJ comes in. I shouldn't say weapons because what's his name? Ellering comes in with the spiked wristband, busts open frickin' JJ. But this is when they have the roof on the cage, right?
Oh, the dangers. I do listen. I'll say I like the fact that there's no roof on the cage now, just because there's more, to me, cool shit and spots that'll happen.
Well, yeah. Well, here's the thing. But the bad part about when they have the roof on the cages, what's the Road Warriors finish?
Fair enough.
It's the Doomsday device, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, guess what? If you have a roof on the cage, you can't put someone on your shoulders. So basically, they Animal puts JJ Dillon in like a belly to back situation. Hawk comes off with a clothesline. Freaking JJ lands and separates his shoulder. So then, basically, in the second War Games, War Machine takes his place, which was
right, because he had to do it that way. Yeah,
which was Big Bubba Rogers. You can tell the way he took a bump. It was Big Bubba Rogers.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but just back then, he's like, you hear all the punches. You hear the crowd going, ooh, ooh, ooh. Like, favorite tag team, since you're a tag team guy.
My favorite tag team of all time?
Yes.
I'm one of those corn people because to me, I think the Dudley Boys are the greatest tag team of all time. And I would be remiss if I don't. Did you do our tag team episode? I don't think you did you?
No, I didn't.
We usually do a top 5, and it was always easy to do the kind of blah 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 your way through it. So I made us do a top 10 and give like good reasons, and we defended our picks. To me, the Boys are the greatest, but it's hard pressed for me not to give a shout out to the Usos for the shit that they done, the New Day for the time they put in to build the tag division, and the Hardy Boys and Edge and Christian, because without them, you don't really have the WWE run of the Dudley Boys, because their ECW shit was great, their TNA, they're multiple IWGP tag champions, NWA tag team champions. Like, as much as everybody's like the World Wars and all these people, the Dudley Boys did more in more feds to me.
Greatest? Give me your top 3 greatest tag team rivalries.
Give you what?
If you got to pick your all time favorite tag team rivalry,
Oh, it's the Dudley's Edge of Christian and the Hardys. That was my attitude era on. Was a teen. To me, my teenage years is the attitude era, dude. Like not 97, I'm 12 and 13. And that's what I'm growing up with. And then you got like, to me up here in Canada, Newfoundland, when I got WCW, it was Saturdays and it was a 1 hour version on TSN. Then it kind of upgraded as they upgraded, but they cut a lot of shit out. But I was just getting it that way. Look at Zoe Stark picking up the win.
I see 12-13 for me. It was 85, 86.
The Hogan era.
Mine was NWA. Ricky and Robert, the Rock and Roll Express versus beautiful Bobby and sweet Stan Lane, the Midnight Express. Newer, I would have to say New Day Usos. That cage match that they had, where they just beat the hell out of each other with the kendo sticks and everything else.
I can see that too. A lot of the stuff that I watched too growing up, especially like, and it showed when I was wrestling here locally. Like I loved wrestling was fun, but I love tag team wrestling. There's a sweet science to tag team wrestling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who is your favorite tag team wrestler in terms of just the wrestler side?
Oh, that's easy. Double A.
Aaron Anderson?
Oh, yeah.
See, I am partial to Mick Foley. I see the benefit. The Edge had a lot of partners. I see Booker T too. He had a lot of partners, but I think Foley had the more iconic partners. I'll call it more than anything else.
Mm-hmm. Well, like you said about the sweet science of it, it just seemed like Arn was in the right place at the right time every time. And to me, I pop all the time when I see one of his spine busters.
And you know me, so you know I like trivias and kind of questions like that. So I'm going to pull you on the spot here now.
All right.
I'm going to bring up Aaron Anderson's Wikipedia. I want you. Let's see how many names we have. We have 1. We have 2.
Gosh.
3, 4, 5. That's a double name, so we still only have 5. That is a double name. He won the tag team championships with 5 different wrestlers. Tell me them.
Oh, my God.
And we'll do the same thing. We'll do your 3 strikes. If anybody's watching along, hey, just don't look at the chat, Heavy G. I want to see if anybody
I'll tell you what, I'll take the chat off. How's that?
So, 3 strikes in a row. Aaron Anderson had 5 tag team championship partners. Name them.
Ole Anderson.
Correct.
Tony
Can
Blanchard.
you tell me what tag belt they won?
NWA tag titles.
The what one?
NWA?
Technically, it was the NWA National Tag Team
Tag
Championship.
Tully Blanchard, WWE and NWA.
Tully Blanchard is correct. 2 down, 3 to go. No strikes.
WCW, Larry Zbyszko.
Correct. 2 names left.
Now this is going to get hard.
Hint, because you've done so good with 3 answers. 1 is a former Horseman, 1 isn't.
Why am I thinking Paul Roma?
Paul Roma is correct. That was the former Horseman.
Bobby Eaton.
Good fucking guess.
I right?
5 for 5, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Was Bobby was in because he was he was with the Dangerous Alliance?
Yes.
Baby. Yeah, give me that old shit. No, give me the stuff from the 80s and 90s. I'm
Give me
good.
this stuff for the 80s and the 90s. Said. Let's see here.
But yeah, I mean, because I know the Horseman one, and I know Blanchard. I remember Zabisco. The only reason why I remember Zabisco is because they lost the belts to Dustin and Ricky Steamboat when they injured Barry Windham at the beginning of the one Clash of Champions. I when you said Horseman, I'm like, did he actually win it with Paul Roma? And then it had to be he had to do a Beautiful Bobby. You know they wanted to make Beautiful Bobby a Horseman, and they didn't want him to do it.
Would you have done it?
Made Beautiful Bobby a Horseman. Ugh.
This is what I mean. See,
I think Beautiful Bobby under Cornette was probably one of the best pairings. I mean, him and Sweet Stan, I think one of the smoothest tag teams, and believe it or not, one of the only tag teams that the Road Warriors let them get put over.
no.
Well, yeah, because they were leaving to come north, and they dropped the world strap because they were the US title holders. They were the Road Warriors of the world title. They were leaving to go north, and they said, "No, you're going to beat us clean." And they beat them clean. They ended up having both belts.
Okay, fair enough. That one shocked me.
I still remember the scaffold match that they had, Night of the Skywalkers.
The one where Cornette blows his knee.
Yeah, you got it. That was ugly the way his knee just went. A way that it shouldn't have. I'll just put it that way.
Let's see here now. As I bring up I'm bringing up Wikipedia, and I know people shit on Wikipedia a lot. I personally like Wikipedia.
Oh, so do I.
Myself. I enjoy it. I think it's just easy to kind of deal with. Like, yes, take it with a grain of salt, as anybody can edit Wikipedia. But as I found personally myself, yeah, you're going to see some weird shit. But if it's over the top weird, like it's blatantly wrong, people do get paid to adjust Wikipedia, like to keep you on the up and up for that stuff. Still no SmackDown side, so it's going to be funny for us to update 7 scorecards because I'm getting another one I listened to is Al Barrett. He's going to be he sent off some picks too.
All right.
For Al, let's see here. He guessed SmackDowns, which is pretty funny too.
Ooh, let's do that. Bring up the SmackDown women's roster here. We'll see.
But yeah, you can kind of guess if we go to Wikipedia to guess who's in it. Al's guesses, I'll bring them out now. This is Al's guess for the first 4-round matches.
All right.
Santos and Lashley, Carmelo Hayes and Corbin, LA Knight and Nakamura, Andrade and Styles. So right after that, of those 8, I'd accept every one of those.
Yeah. I can see that.
If he's right, he got Hayes and Knight. All right, yeah, if he's right, he got Hayes beating Lashley, Knight beating Styles, Knight beating Hayes, and then in the men's final, to spoil his, as he's got it right now to make sure the brackets are the same, he has Gunther and LA Knight with Gunther winning it all.
I'm okay with that.
But
at some point, you gotta give LA something.
I mean, he won the Slim Jim Battle Royal. He's constantly featured high up on the card, if not near the main event. I think he gets his moment. It's not going to be the King of the Ring. He's beating Logan Paul at SummerSlam.
You think he's winning the U.S. title?
I think that's where they're going to go with him. Yeah. Okay. Yes or no? I like my A or B's. Does the King of the Ring winner get a title shot at any title within the next 6 months? And Queen of the Ring in the same time, but we'll talk about both. Yeah. Does the winner get a title shot in the next 6 months because of winning?
Yeah. Yeah. Depends who wins it. If Gunther wins it, yes. I think Gunther goes after Cody.
Yeah, I would say Gunther goes after Drew, though, or Damian Priest, because you kind of got to look at brand. Hopefully, and I'll live in the kayfabe world, like brand supremacy, their brands, like regardless that the brand that they win, they're going to stay and challenge those guys, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Gunther, Damian, Gunther. What would you rather see, Gunther, Damian, or Gunther, Cody?
I'd rather see Gunther Damian. Not that Gunther Cody won't be good and would actually be a fantastic match, but I think psychology-wise, Gunther and Damian is big, meaty men slapping meat to me.
What do you think about what's going on with the whole Judgment Day thing with him pushing Balor? And I think I love what they're doing with that. With at the end when he beat Jay. I can't wait to talk about Backlash tomorrow.
Again, we can, yeah, because we're going to do a lot of Backlash talk tomorrow night. Tonight might is more of us kind of delving into our like King of the Ring stuff as we watch line for Raw. Chad Gable and Bronson Reed around again, another good match. I think they give these guys time and they shine. It's just for people that shit over Raw being too long, 3 hours, but you got to entertain. It can't just be all wrestling. It can't just be all promos. It has to be a healthy mix of.
And all I know is R-Truth is a national treasure for us.
National treasure. Yeah, absolutely.
If he ain't a first ballot Hall of Famer, I mean, my gosh. I mean, I know he held the U.S. title, but that's like, well, he doesn't have a lot of belts in WWE, has he? I mean, I'm not counting the 24/7 title that he held.
Well, then if you're not going to count the 24/7 title, don't talk about him. Because of the 24/7 title, he has held the most championships ever in WWE.
Well, he held that, 57 times or something like that?
54. Let's see. I know there's a list because I look up the weirdest shit sometimes.
But he made that title.
Him and Drake Maverick.
The 24/7 I-95.
European. Oh, yeah.
European hardcore. Light heavyweight I-95.
I know Edge is up there with multiple title reigns. I'm trying to find a list that's just all time. I know I've seen it before. I know Edge is up there. I know Edge is the only one that I can confidently say I know is up there with a lot of title wins. I've seen lists before.
Jericho's up there with a lot. I know Jericho has 9 IC reigns?
Jericho leads IC, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, that's just tell me who's won most championships. So that's a list from 2002 before So we'll go. So this list comes from July 5th, 2022. At the time, because we can't really count R-Truth because it wasn't there, and there's not really much else that's been added on. Edge stands at 31 at this time, so 2 years ago. He didn't win any championships in WWE, so that wouldn't have changed. John Cena, 25. He didn't win any more championships.
Nope.
Chris Jericho, 25. He didn't win any more championships. Triple H was 24. And the outside of R-Truth, the next current roster member with 22 titles is Kofi Kingston. The fact that R-Truth trumps them by 20 title reigns.
Yeah.
See what other cool stuff we can find out as we just kind of just chat and shoot the shit.
Side
note, still love Pat McAfee.
The thing that amazes me is how many title reigns did Lawler have in USWA?
Well,
Didn't he have
Wikipedia. Okay, I'll Wikipedia and I'll give you an over and under, and you tell me which one you think it is. Jerry Lawler.
Okay.
I know it is ridiculous number,
Yeah,
but
it's a high number.
Is it over or under the amount of times that R-Truth has held the 24/7 title? R-Truth officially has held the 24/7 title 54 times, I do believe. I will double check that fact, but I know what Jerry Lawler has.
I want to say it's over. Isn't it like 61 or something?
So we're going with the over?
I'm going over.
Just to confirm R-Truth, because I don't want to be wrong. R-Truth held it 54 times, so we were correct. Jerry the King Lawler's amount was 58.
58. That's ridiculous. But I mean, how many times? I mean, he lost it because it wasn't back then. Wasn't like that like a WWF like breeding ground. I mean, if you see all the people that he actually lost the title to, I mean, one was a Unabomber, which was Kane. One was was it Justice of Pain or something, or Max Payne or something like that, which was the Undertaker.
USWA, Unified World Heavyweight Title. Jerry Lawler being the first winner of it. He held it because of the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll play some fun questions here now. Yeah, you've named some people. Who was the first person to beat Jerry Lawler for that title?
Oh my gosh.
WWE Hall of Famer. I'll slowly give hints. But it is a current WWE Hall of Famer.
Okay.
Let's just see how many hints I can give before you get it and try to be a little bit vague, but not. Yeah, but it's a former Hall of Famer.
Former Hall of Famer.
Well, he's a Hall of Famer, you know, I meant to say.
Hockey Talk Man. I have no idea.
Incorrect. Next question is a former world champion in WWE.
Wasn't Hogan.
Is that your guess?
Yeah.
Hogan, incorrect. At some point during the 1990s, this wrestler joined the WWF.
Flair?
Incorrect. This person debuted before Ric Flair in the WWF.
Holy shit.
Look at a small window.
Perfect?
No, Perfect was in the 80s.
Uh,
I got an easy hint, but I don't want to give you that one yet because it'll like tip it off.
world champ. Well, Perfect was world champion.
Ric Flair wrestled with this person as a tag team partner at house shows.
in WWF.
in WWF. The next hint's going to be the last one, and it should give it to you.
Scott Hall? I have no idea.
Ric Flair helped this gentleman defeat Hulk Hogan in the 1991 Survivor Series to win the WWF title.
The Undertaker?
Master of Pain, but
Master-
yes, The Undertaker.
Damn it! Damn it! Damn it!
Absolutely amazing.
I was just talking about it too.
The Soul Taker, the
Soul
Godfather, was the second person to beat Jerry King Lawler for that title. Terry Funk has, Kamala has.
I know. Brian Christopher has.
I'm going right from the back,
Oh.
just as names are going. Eddie Gilbert beat Jerry Lawler. Papa Shango did it a second time. Tatanka. Randy Savage. I remember that. Like, for hindsight of Randy Savage, then beating him and giving the belt to Vince.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie Gilbert again. Eddie Gilbert. Sid Vicious beat Jerry Lawler. Bill Dundee in 95. Ahmed Johnson.
Great googly moogly.
Vacant. Jeff Jarrett and Sid Vicious again. When Sid Vicious beats Jerry Lawler in August 30th, 1996, he ended Jerry Lawler's 24th reign as champion. A lot of people beat Lawler and only have it for a couple of days at a house show, and Lawler get it back. Like, Sid held it here for like 3 days.
Right.
Wait, and this is just the USWA Unified World Heavyweight title. This one was like 28 times he held it. Dutch Mantel. No, so I go to
Dutch.
Jerry Lawler. Championship records. The one he held 58. The title he held 58 times was actually the AWA Southern Heavyweight Championship. To tell you how long ago. And that was 1974.
Oy.
So we're on it now. Let's see. We got any more? Only other thing I can do now, we have 4 matches done in the King of the Ring right now for our brackets. Everybody's got some picks in, so I know they're going to adjust their brackets after. So, Heavy G, I'm going to have you entertain the masses while I type up things here for a couple of minutes. And
Okay.
keep one, change one, and erase one. King of the Ring winners. One stay, like one you wouldn't ever change, you like the way it was. One you would change the winner because you think it'd be something different. And one, the neither, like that match should have never happened as the King of the Ring. I get, like, I'm trying to add a third one that never happened. Is kind of, it's like the push, hire, and fire kind of deal. But like, yeah.
Okay. Okay, how about I give you this? One King of the Ring winner that I'd keep, one that I would change, and one that should never have been a King of the Ring.
But that's kind of the one that you would change, though, wouldn't it?
Well,
that's what I mean. That one kind of leads into both. So give me a King of the Ring winner that you wouldn't change no matter what. Like, if you had the power that everybody else can fuck with something, one King of the Ring winner you wouldn't change, and you have the power to fuck with any King of the Ring that you want. Who wins?
well, the one I definitely wouldn't change would be Austin. That just sent everything in motion there with him. Let me.
Yeah, look up your King. Like, I can try to name them, like, winner-wise, like, going front to back. Like, I've seen a couple of videos like that. Wrestle Talk or Parts of Unknown, whichever part of the channel they call it, they, like, name in chronological order backwards and stuff. So, like, for me, naming off winners is, like, Brett and Owen and Mabel, Austin, Triple H, Ken Shamrock, Billy Gunn, 99, Angle 2000, Edge 2001, Lesnar 2002. Then you get to the forgotten ones, really, that weren't really pressed, like your Booker T's, your William Regals, your Sheamuses.
Well, did you know that they actually had him before 93?
Yeah, there was, what was it?
There was an 85, an 86, an 87, an 88, an 89, and a 91.
Brett won 91. I know Macho Man won one, but it wasn't until like after, was it?
85, Don Morocco beat Tito Santana. 86, Harley Race beat Pedro Morales. 87, Savage beat King Kong Bundy. 88, DiBiase beat Savage. 89, Tito Santana beat Rick Martel.
So that question that we had earlier was wrong. Kurt Angle wasn't the only person to go to back-to-back finals.
Right.
Would you have tempted fate and made any of those King of the Rings pay-per-views? Like, go look at the cards and like debate. Would any of them? Would you have made them an earlier pay-per-view? Would you have started the pay-per-view process early?
I don't know if it was just a tournament. It wasn't a pay-per-view though.
That's what I'm asking. Would you have made it a pay-per-view?
Oh no. In 86, Harley Race defeating Pedro Morales. Yeah, that's gonna bring that's gonna bring the money in.
Saturday night's main event, if anything.
But maybe Morocco beating Santana. The way they fought for the IC title, that could have been something. And the way you, let's see.
Come on, you gotta have one that pops out in your head. Like to me,
Yes, to me, 98.
Rock
Yeah.
wins, or do you change the whole tournament?
Rock wins.
Even so, because I like fantasy booking and talking about things. Do you change the outcome at WrestleMania 14? Does Shamrock actually win the IC title then?
Yes. He ends up winning it anyway during his career. So, what's another one?
What's another one?
Let me see. The King of the Ring, 98. Wikipedia.
I didn't hate it, but I think 99 could have had a better winner than a Billy Gunn. I get that they wanted to put him on that push, but I wouldn't have gave it to X-Pac, I don't think. But I don't know. It's just Billy Gunn floundered. Now that I always think back to the promo The Rock did about him after the while. Oh, that basically, in all intents and purposes, buried Billy Gunn as a credible threat.
Some of these I'm just looking at the matches and the times that they were. Jesus mighty. The Rock beat Vader in 441. Triple H wins by countout over X-Pac. Owen Hart submitted Scorpio. Dan Severn submitted D'Lo Brown in 308.
Dan Severn. Wow.
Shamrock subbed submitted Kama Mustafa in 243. Really?
Wow.
Really? Really?
Wow.
Mark Henry pinned Terry Funk in 455. Jeff Jarrett pinned Farouk in 332. Mark Merrow pinned Steve Blackman in 257. Okay.
The times of the match are brutal.
Next round. Rock beat Triple H in 8 minutes and 8 seconds. Dan Severn submitted Owen Hart in 3 minutes. Ken Shamrock pinned Mark Henry in 437. Jarrett pinned Merrow 431. And these were TV. Those were TV matches.
Those were TV matches. Well, okay, it makes a bit more sense.
Semifinals, pay-per-view. The Rock pinned Dan Severn in 4 minutes and 25 seconds. Ken Shamrock submitted Jeff Jarrett in 5:29. So 5:29. Mark Merrow 4:31. That's 10 minutes. So 12 minutes and 57 seconds were his 3 matches. He submitted The Rock in 14:09 to win the King of the Ring.
Wow. Here we go. So basically, for all those playing around, we'll get, and this is just a quick little update now, live, and then tomorrow if it changes for any other matches. Everybody on the men's side has 2 points. I'm about to do the women's side up now. But as we go about, so I'm changing the 99.
More than 2 points.
What?
We should have more than 2 points. All the matches are done.
The men's, there's 2 men's matches that's already happened.
Oh, okay.
I'm counting the men's King of the Ring pick. Like,
oh, I thought all of them were done.
Oh no, because we still got there's still about an hour left. There's a women's title, another women's match happened. There's already one women's match that has happened. As far as I knew, there was a third men's match happening tonight, which is Gunther and Sheamus. So there will be more updated picks for tomorrow.
Well, Ilya beat
Ricochet, and Jay beat Finn, and everybody got a point for Jay. So basically, everybody picked Ilya, and everybody picked Jay. Now, people, I'm giving them enough time till tomorrow that their picks might want to change because of the brackets changing. But for that now,
Kofi didn't fight Ray yet.
Kofi and Ray didn't fight yet, no?
All right.
Oh, okay, so it's just kind of seeing, because it looks like they might have all the matches, and you never know, because it looks like the quarterfinals, both matches are on next week's round, the semifinals the week after, so they might actually have all 4. We might have some more points to figure out before this all goes, we'll call it.
Again, TV matches. You ready for this?
Can't wait.
Version of the 99 Rumble for the 99 King of the Ring. Billy Gunn beats Viscera in 205.
Wow.
Ken Shamrock subs Jeff Jarrett in 255. Big Show pins Draws in 59 seconds. Test beats Kane. I'm sorry, Kane beats Test in 305. The Road Dogg beats the Godfather in 1:02.
In a minute, and what year was this again?
99.
Oh, okay.
China pins Val Venus in 214. Hardcore Holly pins Al Snow in 124. X-Pac pins the Big Boss Man in 237.
Right, because this was the year 3 of the 4 members were DX.
Yep. Referee stoppage. Billy Gunn beats Ken Shamrock in 337. Kane beats Big Show by pin 3-6-36 in the longest match of the tournament. Road Dogg pins China in 13-19. X-Pac beats Hardcore High by DQ at 302. Billy Gunn beats Kane 525 by pinfall. X-Pac beats Road Dogg at 308. X-Pac beats Billy Gunn wins, beating X-Pac in 533. Jesus.
Especially the Attitude Era time for matches in 2, right? Like, here. 2 women's matches already down, too, by the way. Zoe K. Now, Heavy G, I would appreciate while I'm doing all this ticking and stuff, I'll talk about some stuff. I'd like for you to go and update, take a look at the new brackets so you can send me them so I can have my stuff adjusted too. If you want to make any changes, because again, how we picked it was depending on how we thought the brackets were. And it does change people's minds in terms of what they're going to do, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm at the same time going through, and I'm adjusting everybody's first round picks. Now, if their second and third round picks change, I'd fully understand. But it's nice to kind of keep updated. Let's see here. I'm going to get everybody done. At least I know you're finished with the propers. So, without knowing the SmackDown side, you only know the Raw side. Who's winning? Is Raw winning both?
I think Raw wins the men's, SmackDown wins the women's.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Just looking at it now. I don't know it yet, but I want to say my dark horse. I'd love to see Tiffany Stratton win the Queen of the Ring.
You know something? you took, to quote Meatloaf, you took the words right out of my mouth. Can I just say I would love to see a match for SummerSlam? I would love to see Tiffany Stratton go up against Charlotte Flair.
No.
Really?
Like Rhea Ripley at Mania 36. It's a loss for Tiffany. I don't think it's going to go well. Personally, for me,
athleticism with both ladies.
Listen, I get it. I think unless you're going to do the exact same way you did for Ripley and how they pushed everything, you got to kind of look at, will it hurt or help Tiffany losing? Big profile match, yes. Any botches she's going to look down on. I think if you're going to, again, I think if you're going to do the Rhea Ripley thing and she loses and then comes back in a couple of years and wins the game, great. But is Charlotte going to be around that long for Tiffany to be seasoned?
True. Who would you like to see for Tiffany to win a big high-profile match at SummerSlam? Who would you like to see her beat?
Obviously, I'd come back with more questions on if she's Money in the Bank or anything like that. But if she's not anything else and she's just getting a high-profile match that is not a championship match, one of the two champions must not be champion at this point. I would honestly get her win back over Becky or get her a win over Bayley. Sasha's not there, and I don't think she's ready for Charlotte drama. But I think of the other two horsewomen, give her that. She's already beaten Naomi on TV, so that's kind of like a wash, I'll call it.
I'm trying to think of what would be a really good matchup for her. I'm just thinking like with the gymnastics background because of her saying Charlotte was the reason she got in and stuff like that.
True, yeah. Let's see here.
But I can tell you this. With that triple threat match, she proved that the moment wasn't too big for her.
No, she's Sean
Oh.
on that. Absolutely.
And I'll tell you one thing with the BME, she should make Christopher Daniels proud
It is the PME. Thank you.
of the BME. Sorry, still the BME to me.
No way, man. And she said that actually in an interview with Chris Van Vliet. She said how she calls it the BM or the PME because it's like a tribute to the BME, but she wanted to make it her own spin. So she's like, she's pretty. It is a really pretty moonsault. Why not call it the PME? I'll get back to this because we need to know. The women will probably, for our women, any women scores is probably not going to be updated until tomorrow because it's to make sure if anybody wanted to change picks. Well, how their second and third rounds. Like I'm just looking at, I have all the women's picks as we're chatting and shooting the shit, basically, which I do enjoy because that's the best. I have everybody's picks here, and I'm just updating the women's side for the first rounds because I don't think any of the first round picks are going to change.
No.
Let's see here.
I do have a beef with WWE.
Okay, beef away.
I'm sick of the commentary team with the little subtle hints with like with Tongaloa showing up. Okay, if you're a wrestling fan, you know who Tongaloa is. Oh, it's guerrilla warfare. Destiny for the bloodline.
See,
Why don't you just say who the fuck they were?
because this is the generation we're in now for smart fans and stuff. There is more smart fans than people like to admit in WWE.
Right. It's like that, or when Shane jumped off the cell. Michael Cole, for the love of mankind. Oh, come on.
You gotta have some over the top, though. Why not get from the generation you're coming from, too?
No. Leave that rest. You don't have to. Why, to me, come up with your own calls? Don't reference something else. Don't reference Mick Foley's. Bring something new to the table. You know, as God is my witness, he's broken in half. That was new. That was like, but to me, it's like Jack for in my realm for sports. It's like Joe Buck doing Jack Buck's calls. We'll see you tomorrow night. It was great when Jack did it. No, a call is a call. It would be like someone redoing the Miracle on Ice. Do you believe in miracles? Yes. No, it just does not have the same the second time. Just let it, don't reference it. Come up with your own shit. I'm sorry, ran over, but oh my gosh, it's like this guerrilla warfare, and I'm listening to them. I go, really? And Jess and my friend Steve were looking at me going, what? I'm like,
don't judge me right now.
I'm like, yeah, that's exactly. I'm like, you won't get it. They're like, well, no, what? I'm like, and then you said Destiny for the bloodline. I'm like,
I see. To me, I don't know how you don't appreciate that. Like I said, to me, again, but that's just me. I'm more of a hardcore fan than a casual fan. I love little shit like that because I die for that stuff. Because it's something that personally I get. Other people might get it, and then that might lead them to search up to look up some other cool stuff. But to me, I'll pop for that shit all the time.
Yeah, but then to me, if you're WWE, I'm not looking to promote another brand. I don't want to promote AEW. I don't want you looking up something for New Japan.
But it's the different generation now. Like that was, I'll say the dirty name. That is a Vince McMahon mentality.
Hell, you
Because
say.
why wouldn't you reference that? I don't know how you don't brag that you have AJ Styles as a multi-time world champion when you include IWGP and TNA and NWA. Like, you don't have to reference it, but in terms of saying it outright most times, but you could reference those things. And I think the people that know love it. The people that don't know get educated.
Guess I'm just too old school with that kind of shit.
Well, I'd make fun of Fat Man for being a jaded fuck too, so I'll just call you a jaded fuck over
That's all right. At least you didn't call me a jaded fat fuck. I appreciate
it.
it. Shot from earlier.
Right?
But
we are currently in the middle of Laya Valkyrie versus Dakota Kai, and I assume this is another one that everybody thought was going to be Asuka, and it changed to Dakota Kai. So we're probably going to do some picks that way for it.
Yep. Well, I think you and Sleazy had Asuka winning.
Yeah, so like everybody's going to have the Laya Valkyrie thing and how the brackets break down.
Yeah.
Everybody, I do believe, as I'm looking through it now, I'm waiting for your updated brackets while I'm talking about this. Everybody had Zoe winning by the looks of it so far. I'm down to Fat Man to edit up on my Fat Man had in this first round for what we guessing, and I'll try to adjust the second round as we go. But again, thinking on you're fighting one person and then they're fighting anybody else. For us specifically to watch the product a lot, we're kind of trying to use storylines and what we guess. I like that we're not making uneducated guesses. So if something changes, we're going to change it on the fly as we need to. Valkyrie over, Valkyrie over, and Sky over, and that one over, and that one over. Big overstand. Okay. See, just that for Sleazy, or that for that one for Fat Man alone. Selena Vega beat Shayna Baszler, but who he was fighting before was like Natty, like how he like crosses over that way. So it does absolutely change your picks.
Mm-hmm.
No Asuka, does EO win it now altogether? Basic, you know what I mean? To me,
yeah.
Lyra versus
Ooh, the Knicks beat the Pacers tonight.
Ooh. Shout out to the Best Damn Sports Show period 2. Get them plugged in. Live Valkyrie
we have a big show coming up there. I mean, my gosh. We're gonna be scoring. Speaking of that, I'll just plug our show now. We're gonna be reviewing our picks from the 2024 draft. See how we did in our scorecard. We're gonna be reviewing our team's picks. Grading who had the best pick, who had the best draft, who had the worst draft. Talking baseball. We're gonna talk some NFL news. I'm going to be talking about my wonderful Cowboys and what they haven't done.
Are you a Cowboys fan?
A diehard, unfortunately.
Same here, sir. I picked them when I was younger.
As you can see by my Emmitt Smith jersey right there over my left shoulder. I have an interesting theory about why they haven't done shit in the offseason.
Why?
I'll tell you how I'm going to say it now. Last year of Dak's contract, correct?
Yeah.
Last year of McCarthy's contract, correct?
That I think so.
Didn't make any big splash in the offseason. Their draft, except for Tyler Guyton, their draft was horrible. What does Jerry Jones like to do? Make a big splash, likes to have eyes on the product, more about substance than wins, right?
Yeah.
Who would be an interesting choice for quarterback next year?
See, you get me because as much as I am a Cowboys fan, you guys are more into the sports for me. So I'll play the absolute dummy and be
Okay.
like, who?
I'll put it to you this way. What haven't you seen ever in the NFL?
The XFL.
And well, in the NFL you have never seen something along the lines of family. You've never seen a father coach his son. Now, it might have a 1% chance of happening. But if you're a Cowboy fan, you know Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
Is this really beyond the realm of possibility? He
No,
goes to
not really.
he goes to Colorado. Hey, prime time. How would you like to coach the Dallas Cowboys?
Wow. Can you imagine?
And I'll do what it takes to get the number 1 pick so you can draft Shedeur Sanders. Tell me that is now, it has been stated unequivocally that Deion Sanders said he does not want to coach pros. But you tell me if Jerry Jones doesn't come knocking and you have a chance to be the first NFL coach to coach his son as a quarterback of an NFL team and have it be America's team, and Jerry Jones is going to have the opportunity to do so, it's a way out conspiracy theory. I get it. But man,
Listen, I like conspiracy theories like that personally. Because
tell
you
me,
never kind of know where it goes, right?
but Shedeur, Deion Sanders is the only coach that Shedeur Sanders has had. You don't think, as much love as he has for Jerry Jones, if Jerry Jones doesn't say, "Hey, Deion, come knocking,"
How much money you dropping though? Really for that? Like,
didn't Mr. Jones says you don't know the amount of the size of the check I cut to win a Super Bowl?
fair.
And if you think about it, it would be the shot in the ass that Dallas would need. Because do you think that he would accept players playing the way they're playing now? As much as a perfectionist, as much and as hard as he prepared to play the game, do you think Dallas would take any game off like they take games off now? Deion Sanders is the head coach. Do you think they lose to Arizona? Yeah, no,
Fair.
exactly. Deion wouldn't get out coached like McCarthy does. Like I said, it might be a 0.1% chance. But as much as Jerry Jones likes headlines, likes to be out in front, likes the media, likes the press, as much as Deion put Colorado on the map, what do you think he would do for the press and the coverage in Dallas?
Fair.
Yeah. Just saying.
Okay, there we go. template, as I do the template for everybody, as we're chatting along and stuff like that, as we do the template for the King of the Ring. The caveat, and I'll say it live on air, we did the same thing with the Jey Uso Finn Balor, Live Valkyrie, and change from Asuka to Dakota Sky. We're just going to give everybody the point for Live Valkyrie winning because everybody's going to have to change their brackets because of the flow of things.
Yeah. And yes, Mike, it is the sports show with Canadian Fat Man and Heavy G. It was just a rant that I went on just to fill some time.
Sleazy, if you're listening along, go fix your fucking picks as I continue to keep us updated and on the ball.
That he's updating everything else, and I will have the updated.
When I'm done, I'll send you the updated of everything that I have for picks and shit, and go from that.
Yep,
right?
and I can do that, and I'll do that tomorrow, and then when I come home from golf, it'll all be ready and just load it up.
Okay, we're basically on the end here now. We trailed off loud. We had a couple hours. We had a good laugh.
Yep.
My picks are solid. Yeah, but the brackets are different, buddy. We if you want to jump on for a second, if you're not busy, we can keep it going.
Come on, join up. Love to see your smiling face since one of your picks has gone by the wayside. We're gonna talk about it. Can we just talk about the crowd?
For Backlash, well, we can touch on the Backlash crowd now. Give Sleazy a couple minutes as I'm figuring up. So you talk about that while I'm finishing off this part, and I'll reference and chat back as well. But yeah,
if you watch Backlash, that crowd in France, you have a face made for radio. I can see that. No, you don't, Mike. We love you, buddy. That crowd in France, man.
It's nice because when crowds are hot like that for shows, it affects the show. Backlash might not have been as good, but that crowd made Backlash very memorable.
You still not home yet? If I make it back, I'll hop on. Cool. I think Jey Uso wanted to stop that Yeet Fest at about 5 minutes, 5 minutes sooner than he wanted to, but they just kept going.
It's moments, and an only 5-match card. You can afford the moment for a second. There's definitely somebody in the air going, "Don't stop yet."
Oh yeah, I mean they were just hype, and you could tell. And the best part about it is you could tell on the talent's face, the smiles on the talent's face about everything.
The crowd itself singing along to the crowd itself singing along to Orton's theme. That's crazy. And knew all the words crazy.
Yes. That's when a crowd's invested. And that they're going to be back now. So and what do you think about not the leak, but the announcement that WrestleMania 41 is going to be in Las Vegas, baby?
Makes sense, especially where they're all going with the UFC partnership with TKO and all of that.
Yeah. Definitely made sense there. Actually, it was kind of leaked out a little bit before then, I guess. So from what I heard,
Taker accidentally leaked it out.
Accidentally said something about it. And something, who cares? Big whoop. If he says something about it, not going to change anything. Taker said it's going to be in Vegas. We got to change it. We got to change the venue.
Right? Can you imagine?
Yeah. Now that Taker said it, we're going to change it to the famous Idaho Sun Bowl. Yeah, you're going to put it to where, or they're going to put it to where they're going to go to Sturgis.
They're
like
going
Hog Wild.
They're
going like Hog Wild. They're going to have the motorcycles there with the headlights.
Why wouldn't you at that point, though?
Yeah.
Really, just for the fun of it. see here. Let's see.
We're at 2 hours and 216 minutes now.
Let's see. I'm pretty much done on my updating now. To look at the scorecards, everybody has 3 points. I think yours didn't really change either.
No,
no,
mine
that's not-
really didn't change because I had Oscar losing, so
Yeah, but again, I changed that the live Valkyrie pick. Everybody kind of got
changed up the
because you still Heavy G. No, you would only have 2 like myself because that one wouldn't have changed. The EO Sky Natty one. Now it might have changed storyline wise for brackets, but it was already happened. We kind of don't want to give away too much for the points wise.
all right.
Right, because I really don't think Natty and Baszler are kind of the run that way. We'll just go a little bit just to give her a go. But yeah, myself and you got 2. Deets, Sleazy, Fat Man, 3. I do believe Chris as well got 3, and I believe Al got 3. Yeah, Al got 3, and Chris got 3. Yeah, so everybody got 3. Me and yourself got 2, which is fine. Because we'll just have to pick it up in the next rounds for the women's side of things.
Yep.
Let's see here. I am basically at the point now we've killed enough time. I'm going to have a smoke and get on the go. I do want to thank everybody for joining us. Heavy G,
yes.
any other plugs you want to get out before we end the show?
Oh, we set us up. We're going to catch us tomorrow night. We're going to really talk about Backlash, finish up our picks. But that's about it.
Last going out for anybody watching Rise, Gunther and Sheamus. It's going to be a great end to it. Ryan Buck got Reddit, Twitter, all that shit that we like to go. We didn't need a Reddit one tonight because this is a takeover hostile. We'll see everybody tomorrow night. Peace.
I'm a truth that you seem to run from. I'm an army of one. I'm a clip in your gun. I'm the pain in the game. The blood shed in your name. When there's nothing to gain.